Capricorn. I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your mid-March through April career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at your finances, your job, how all of these astrological events will affect them. This is an interesting time of the year, Capricorn, as we are in eclipse season here in March. We also have Venus and Mercury both retrograding until mid-April. So this is going to be big for your career, your finances. Also, we have Neptune moving into the sign of Aries at the very end of March, and Neptune has been in Pisces for the last 13 years. So this is a pivotal point for the entire collective. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Check the description box below for those March monthlies, as well as all the important dates from mid-March. So let's get right into it. You start off with the Two of Wands in reverse mid-March, as well as the Knight of Swords. The end of March finds you with the Four of Swords, as well as the Queen of Wands in reverse. We start off April with the Five of Cups, as well as another Five of Swords in the reverse, Capricorn. And by the time we get to mid-April, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the Page of Cups. So you have quite a few court cards going on here, Capricorn, throughout this time. Interesting to see that Knight and these two Queens, as well as some strife going on with the Five of Swords, Five of Cups. So let's dig a little deeper into that in a moment. But let's go ahead and pull an overarching. Oh, actually, this is going to be a card representing the energy that we bring into mid-March. This could have been energy you were dealing with at your job or in your career in February. All right, you have Temperance. So Temperance is that card very similar to needing to balance Sagittarius energy with it in reverse. This could be a lack of balance back in February. Coming into this time period, you could have had some challenges at work with some clients, being able to balance work and maybe family life. There is something here where it's saying you need to let go of some things and then figure out how to balance everything on your schedule. Now, I will tell you that once we move past that Virgo eclipse there at the very beginning of this reading, which is at March 14th, that could help you because Virgo is all around getting your daily routines in check. So hopefully that does help you. Let's go ahead and now pull an overarching theme, oracle message. Spirit, if you can send my Capricorns an oracle message about their career. And you have Prosperity Begins. Always nice to see this card when it comes up in a career reading. Many of you all could have these startings of some type of beautiful beginning here, dealing with either a relationship, but this relationship could be more in the career sector. So maybe you are starting a new business. Possibly you are getting into some type of business venture with other people. But this could also be you and a spouse or you and a partner needing to think through your finances and figure out where you want to begin. I also just heard some of you could be trying to move or relocate. This could also be a good sign that this is a good time to start looking. Now, do remember we have Mercury and Venus retrograding during this time. So be very careful in terms of signing contracts if you don't have to. If you do, just make sure you are reading all of the fine print and doing your own due diligence. All right, let's pull one last card. This is going to be a card representing what Spirit, there you go, Spirit wants you to specially take care of during this time in your career. Here you go, another court card. So King of Wands. King of Wands is that entrepreneurial spirit trying to start something, trying to begin a passion project. This is a really good sign if you are someone who needs to take charge, maybe hasn't done that in the past. I do think this King of Wands is reminding you also there's this fiery energy that's going to come up once we move into Aries season. And I do think that this King of Wands is going to help ignite some type of passion project for you. Or if you have been looking for like a burst of like inspiration, I think this King of Wands could be helpful. So that's nice to see for you, Capricorn. All right, so let's go ahead and go week by week. Check the description box below for all the important dates. But like I was saying, we start off mid-March off the heels of that lunar eclipse, 23 degrees of Virgo on the 14th. This is a total eclipse. So this could be eclipsing something out of your life that is no longer working, trying to get your daily routines in check, possibly trying to get you healthier. There is something here where you are trying to move something forward quickly. Like it feels like you have some type of strategy that you've been working on, but it hasn't fruition the way you would like. And I do think that lunar eclipse in Virgo and then the next day that Mercury retrograde beginning could slow this down. I do not think you're going to have all the momentum that you need to push this passion project forward, but I do think it's a good time to strategize and to excuse me, get a game plan as to how you want to move forward once Venus and Mercury move direct in April. So I think it's a good time to be strategizing. I do think by the time we get to the 20th, when we have the sun entering Aries and we have that brand new astrological year, I do think that's when more ideas will come flooding in. So I think that's really good for you, Capricorn, but I also think Spirit is telling you, don't wear yourself out trying to make whatever that Knight of Swords is work at this time. Remember, Four of Swords is that resting energy, needing to take a break. Remember, the Piscean energy and the Virgo eclipse, that is that axis of health. So make sure you are keeping up with your health. That Queen of Wands in reverse, coming off of that Knight of Swords, does suggest some back and forth energy between possibly a loved one or people at work not getting along. There seems like here there's something where a lot of people have their own opinions and you need to rest from it. You need to try to remove yourself from the drama. I do think by time we move to March 27th, we have Venus retrograde entering Pisces, as well as Venus retrograde conjunct Neptune and Pisces. So those Piscean energies are going to keep coming through. And I do think that this Queen of Wands in reverse is asking you, Capricorn, to really rethink what it is that you want. Make sure this is what you want to do. I do think this King of Wands and this Queen of Wands is asking you to really reinvent yourself during this time. Maybe you need to remove yourself from the old job. Maybe it's time to look for a new career. There's something here about needing rest from the old. Now, I do think, Capricorn, once we move into solar eclipse in Aries on the 29th, this is going to be in Aries, and I do think something comes up around that time. I do think that this solar eclipse is from that old Aries and Libra eclipse energy that we've had since 2023. And I do think that there's some kind of strife going on at work, colleagues possibly not getting along. I'm hearing layoffs possibly. There's some kind of people not feeling great around this solar eclipse in Aries. And I do think that by time we move into April, when we have Venus conjunct the North Node in Pisces on the 2nd, we just came out of Neptune entering Aries on March 30th. So there's something here around needing change. There's something about not concentrating on all the things that are going bad and concentrate on those cups in the back, right, that are still up. But the 2 5s starting off April, that's this energy of conflict, people not getting along. And I do think that you are trying to put your mind in a better place. That prosperity begins, that King of Wands, as well as this Queen of Pentacles and Page of Cups by the time you get to mid-April. Mid-April brings Mercury now turning direct in Pisces on the 7th. Great news there, right? So communications start getting better. I do think you all are having some kind of opportunity to discuss something with a higher up person, possibly a manager, possibly a client, possibly a board. I do think by the time we get to April 12th, this is a really big day in the astrology. We have the Sun conjunct Chiron in Aries, so be careful of being too much in your feelings. We also have a Libra full moon this day, so this is a great day to have some kind of conversations, possibly with groups of people, like I said, a board or a leadership team, as well as Venus turns direct in Pisces. All of that happens on April 12th. So you can see there with that Queen of Pentacles, there is some kind of conversation you all are trying to have with either yourself or possibly someone brings in some brand new information. But I do think that by time we move to April 14th through May 3rd, all planets turn direct, which is such positive news for everyone, especially in your career. So this will be a great time for you to pick up whatever it was in the beginning of this reading, mid-March, what you were trying to accomplish there. It's a great time to now be applying for new roles, possibly having those important conversations. And by time we move to April 18th, Mars will move direct in Leo. So overall, Capricorn, I think that you all are going to have quite a few conversations with either those in power or groups of people, because we have this page, these two queens, we have that king, we have quite a few court cards, which could imply talking to, meeting with business people, meeting with a bank, or something here around needing an opinion of others. I do think, though, be careful here with this strife by time you get right around the beginning of April after that eclipse in Aries. So I hope this was helpful for you, Capricorn. I think it's going to be a big time for you all. You have a lot going on, but I do think that prosperity begins could show up by time you get into May. So take a look at your sun, moon, and rising signs, and I'll talk to you later.